This topic, bamboo fiber properties and its application. Okay, bamboo, it is also a natural fiber, but you can produce by means of regenerated also. Okay, bamboo, it contains cellulose, but if you look at the properties are entirely different from that of cotton fiber. Even though the bamboo fiber is a natural fiber, but if you look at the properties of bamboo, it is comparatively, it has some good properties when compared to that of cotton. Okay, it is an eco-friendly fiber. It is an eco-friendly fiber. Then if you look at some of the peculiar properties of the bamboo fibers, please look at the slide, then you will come to know some peculiar properties of your bamboo fiber. It has antibacterial property. Antibacterial in the sense it has good resistance towards bacteria. So already we might be discussed about the mildew formation and the insect resist or insect, it will attack your fiber. Okay, the moth or the mildew, it will attack your fiber. If you take cotton fiber, the cotton fiber or the cotton cloths, if you store it for a period of time without any usage, if you store it in a bureau or in a cupboard for over a period of 2-3 months, what will happen? Some insects will start growing on your cotton fabric. But this is not case in the case of bamboo fiber. So bamboo fiber, it has its own, naturally it has antibacterial characteristics. So if you store it for a prolonged period of time, the the insects or the bacteria or the mildew or the fungi, it will not grow on your bamboo fabric. So that type of peculiar characteristics it has. Then coming to the second peculiar property, deodorant. Okay, so it will give little bit some smell. Then it has anti-UV protective fabric. So whenever if you wearing a dress material, the dress material have to protect your skin from the ultraviolet rays. If you take this bamboo fabric, it has good ultraviolet protection, especially during the very hot climatic condition. The ultraviolet rays, it will affect your skin. But whenever you are wearing this bamboo fabric, it will protect your skin from the ultraviolet rays. So this bamboo fabric is having anti-ultraviolet protection. Then moisture permeability. So if you look at the moisture permeability, yes, this bamboo fabric is having good moisture permeability because of more porous in nature. So the moisture will penetrate easily into the fabric. How the moisture will penetrate easily into the fabric? Because of the presence of more voids. Voids in the sense it is an empty space. Or you can call it as it is a microporous in nature. Porous, a minute holes. Many holes are present in your fiber. So that is the reason why it is having good moisture permeability. So these are all some of the peculiar properties of your bamboo fiber. Okay. So this is the picture of your bamboo. So this is the processing cycle of your bamboo fiber. Okay. The raw bamboo, then bamboo strip, then you have to steaming, then crushing and decomposing, then the enzyme, biological enzymes will remove the gums present in your bamboo. Then you have to make it into a fiber by means of the cording process. I think this machine, it is used to make the fiber cording web. I think this might be studied during the yarn manufacturing stage itself. So after the production, then finally you are getting a bamboo fiber. So this is the processing cycle of your bamboo fiber. Okay. So what is bamboo fiber? Bamboo is a regenerated cellulosic fiber produced from bamboo. The fiber is made from starch pulp of bamboo plants. Okay. Even the bamboo also contains some impurities like starch material or lignin material. So these materials have to be removed before making into a fiber form. Then, look at the chemical composition of your bamboo. If you look at the chemical composition, the cellulose occupies 45 to 50% of the total chemical composition. What about the other composition? The hemicellulose. The hemicellulose occupies 20 to 25%, whereas your lignin occupies 20 to 30%. Then other impurities it occupies 2.5 to 5%. So before making into fiber or before converting into fiber, what we have to do? So we have to remove the impurities present in your bamboo. So what are all the impurities? This hemicellulose, lignin and the other impurities. So these impurities have to be removed before converting into a fiber form. Okay, but when you compare it to cellulose, that is cotton fiber, where the cellulose occupies 85 to 90%, but here the cellulose occupies only 50%. The others are impurities. Okay. So it is a regenerated cellulosic fiber. Bamboo fiber is 100% from bamboo. Then it is a fast growing plant and takes only 3 to 4 years to reach maturity. Please make a note of it. How much time it took to attain its maturity? It took 3 to 4 years to attain its maturity. So you have to wait, or you have to plan accordingly for the production of bamboo fiber. So if you want to produce bamboo fiber, you have to plan accordingly. Okay, the bamboo plant, it took nearly 3 to 4 years to attain its maturity. So coming to the processing, see, the bamboo plant is harvested, then the bamboo plant is processed, then it is produced into a filament form or yarn. Then finally you can produce a fabric out of the yarn. Okay, so this is the process sequence involved in the production of fabric, bamboo fabric. So please look at the slide. This is the physical properties of your bamboo fiber. You can compare with our cotton fiber also. If you take the tensile strength, it is expressed in terms of grams per text. Text means the weight of 1000 meters of yarn, it is expressed in terms of grams. So you have to take the 1000 meters of yarn and weigh it, then it is expressed in terms of grams. Suppose you take 1000 meter of yarn, if you weigh it, the weight of the 1000 meters of yarn is, suppose example I tell you, it is 100 gram. Then what will be the text? 100 text. Suppose the same 1000 meter, it is expressed, the weight of the 1000 meter is 50 gram. Then what will be the text of your yarn? 50 text. Okay. So here the tensile strength of your bamboo fiber is 34.3 grams per text. But if you look at the cotton fiber is having almost similar in tensile strength and compared to your bamboo fiber. It is 34, this is 35. Then coming to the elongation at break. If you take bamboo fiber, it has 16% elongation at break. Whereas your cotton fiber, it is having only 6%. See, there is a huge variation in elongation at break when compared to your cotton fiber. Cotton fiber is having only 6% elongation at break, whereas your bamboo fiber is having 16% elongation. Then when coming to the fiber, short fiber index, it is 6% in case of bamboo fiber, whereas your cotton fiber is having almost 9 to 10%. That is the amount of short fiber content present in your the entire fiber composition. Because this cotton fiber, this is produced from naturally, whereas this is a regenerated bamboo fiber. So if you look at the short fiber percentage, it is having only 5 to 6%, whereas this is 9 to 10%, more amount of short fiber. Then if you look at the uniformity index in the sense the uniformity from the diameter of the fiber. If you take the diameter of the fiber from tip to the tail, so the bamboo fiber is almost 93% uniformity index. Similarly, if you take the cotton fiber, it is also having good uniformity index, 81%. So both the fibers are having good uniformity index. Then when coming to the moisture content, see the bamboo fiber is having 6.5% moisture content, whereas your cotton fiber is also 7.5% content. So more or less both are having similar moisture content. Then if you look at the micronair is nothing but your fiber fineness, the thickness of the fiber. The micronair value, it is expressed in terms of micrograms per inch. Micronair value is expressed in terms of micrograms per inch. Both the fibers are having similar micronair value, 4. So there is no much variation in micronair value. It ultimately reflects the fineness of your fiber. How much fineness, the thickness of your fiber. Okay, so please just recall, tensile strength of your bamboo is 34, whereas your cotton is 36. Elongation at break is 16%, your cotton is 6%. Short fiber index is 6%, here 9%. Uniformity index is 93%, here 81%. Then your moisture content is 6.5, here 7.5. Your micronair value is both bamboo and cotton is having 4 micronair value. Micronair value is expressed in terms of micrograms per inch. So please make a note of it. The unit of micronair value, it is expressed in terms of micrograms per inch. So because these are all the parameters very important while manufacturing the yarn. So in order to produce good quality of yarn, this micronair value is playing a major role. So that is the reason why I am insisting this particular point, micronair value. So coming to the bamboo textile having many fantastic properties that combined make this a truly amazing fabric. Why I am telling this is a fantastic, this fabric is having fantastic properties. What are all the fantastic properties? Breathable. I told you at the beginning of the slide, the bamboo fabric having microporous. Microporous means minute holes. So that makes the fabric more breathable and cool. Then this fiber is having good luster, similar to your silk fiber. So silk fiber is the most lustrous fiber. Similarly, this bamboo fiber is also having good luster, similar to your silk. Then this fiber is also having good softness in nature when compared to silk. Then this fiber, it absorbs the moisture very readily. Then and evaporates the sweat also to the atmosphere in a quick manner. But if you look at the cotton fiber, this evaporation or the moisture transport property is absent in case of your cotton fiber. But whereas your bamboo fiber is having this property, it evaporates the sweat readily to the atmosphere. Okay, so this is a very good property. It will not only absorb the sweat readily, it will evaporate the sweat to the atmosphere. So that is a peculiar property of your bamboo. Then it has good antibacterial property. Yes, I told you at the beginning of the first slide. Okay, this bamboo fiber is having good antibacterial property. So because of this, it has wide variety of application. So please make a note of it. The bamboo fiber is having good antibacterial activity. So because of this, it has good wide variety of applications. Then avoid spilling. Spilling in the sense the ball formation, minute ball formation on the surface of the fabric. So this bamboo fabric does not tends to form pill. Does not tends to form pill on the surface of the fabric. Then shrinkage problem. It avoids shrinkage problem. Bamboo fabric does not undergo any shrinkage. But whereas your cotton fabric, it will undergo shrinkage. Even many of you may come across this type of problem when you are wearing 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton dresses. At the first wash, you will come across there is a shrinkage. At the second wash, again your cotton fabric may tend to shrink. But whereas your bamboo fabric, it doesn't undergo any sort of shrinkage. So this is another peculiar property of your bamboo fiber. So bamboo fibers are quickly emerging now in the fashion world. The fabric woven with bamboo yarn is light and almost it has good peculiar properties. Okay. So now look at the antibacterial. I told you antibacterial. So which substance which makes the fiber antibacterial? So bamboo contains an antibacterial substance, that is bamboo kun. So a substance called bamboo kun. So this bamboo kun only makes the fiber antibacterial activity. Even you might be even if you come across, even if you see some of the advertisement, some of the dishwashers, they are claiming that it is having antibacterial. It is having antibacterial. So what substance make the fabric or make the substance as antibacterial activity? In detergents, you might be seeing some of the advertisement, chitosan. So because of the presence of chitosan, that substance is having antibacterial property. Here, bamboo kun, because of the presence of bamboo kun, this bamboo fiber is having good antibacterial activity. Okay, so it will affect the deodorant effect of odor. So whenever antibacterial activity is there, then this fabric must not or does not generate any sort of odor during the usage. Then coming to the health aspects, this bamboo fabric is having antioxidants. So antioxidants in bamboo can effectively remove free radicals and bamboo fiber contains many essential amino acids. So because of the presence of many amino acids, it will give some health aspects when you are wearing those type of fabric. Similarly, see, if you take wool fiber and silk fiber, both the protein fibers, silk as well as wool, are having many amino acids. Similarly, here the bamboo fiber is also having many amino acids. So because of the presence of many amino acids, it will give good health when you are wearing this bamboo fiber. Then coming to the ultraviolet protection. So this bamboo fiber is having 0.06%. So this bamboo fiber is 41 times than that of your cotton fiber. Ultraviolet resistance. So this fiber will protect the ultraviolet rays. Okay. Similarly, this fiber does not contain any free charge. So this fiber does not undergo any sort of static electricity. I told you so many times about the static electricity generation. Similarly, itching problem. This fiber does not generate any sort of itching when you are wearing as a dress material. Then moisture content, yes, this fiber is having good moisture absorbency. It will absorb the moisture. Similarly, it will transport the moisture to the atmosphere readily. So that is the reason why it will give comfort while wearing this type of bamboo fiber. So when you wear this bamboo fiber in a very summer, then you will feel cool. Okay. So that is the reason why we are ready to wear bamboo fabric during the very hot climatic condition. Then it has good aesthetic property. Aesthetic in the sense appearance. I told you in one of the slide, this bamboo fiber is having good luster, similar to your silk fiber. Similarly, this bamboo fiber is having good softness, similar to your silk. So aesthetic means appearance. So bamboo fiber has natural and simple elegance of texture. So the appearance is very good. So apart from all these good characteristics, this is an environment friendly fiber. Okay, even though it is a regenerated fiber, but it is an environment friendly fiber. Because nowadays environment friendly fiber and environment friendly substances are very much needed, because we are all talking about sustainability. What it means sustainability? During the production or during the usage or after the usage, the product does not cause any sort of pollution to the environment. So that means it is eco-friendly. So it is a sustainable product. Even during the production, during the usage, or after the usage, the product, it should not create any sort of pollution to the environment. Please make a note of it. Even when you get into the industry, this sustainability, the word sustainability is very, very important nowadays. Okay. What do you mean by sustainability? During the production or during the usage or after the usage, the product or the process, it should not cause any sort of, or it should not create any sort of pollution to the environment. So that is, you can call it a sustainable product or sustainable process. Here the bamboo fiber is a real green environmental protection products without any chemical. So without creating any sort of pollution to the environment. This is 100% biodegradable fiber. So please make a note of it. This bamboo fiber is 100% biodegradable in nature. Okay. So coming to the dyeing properties. Bamboo fiber is sensitive to acid and alkali. So you have to keep it in mind. You should not treat the bamboo fiber in a strong acid or strong alkali, because bamboo fiber is sensitive to acid and alkali. So you can use mild acids or mild alkali, like acetic acid or citric acid or formic acid. Similarly, alkali, sodium carbonate. But you should not use strong acid or strong alkali. It will degrade your fiber. But which dye is mostly preferable to dye bamboo fiber? The reactive dye is the most suitable dye to dye the bamboo fiber, because it will react with your material, where you need mild alkali. So in order to react with the fiber, you have to maintain the alkaline condition. So you have to add mild alkali. Use sodium carbonate. Okay. So while adding sodium carbonate, what will happen? This reactive dye, it will react with your bamboo fiber and forming covalent bond between your dye and the fiber. Already you might be studied in the first year. The bond formation, the covalent bond formation is the strongest bond. Okay, so you will get good fastness properties. So the dye will not come out from the fabric during washing or during drying or during rubbing. Okay, so it has good fastness properties. So which dye is preferably used to dye the bamboo fiber? Reactive dye is the preferably preferred dye to dye your bamboo fiber. Okay. So this is already we might be discussed the cellulose content, hemicellulose, lignin content of your bamboo fiber. Then coming to the usage. So it is used as a dress material. It is used as a home furnishing fabrics. Then it is used as a bathroom textiles like towels and all. Then it is used as an non-woven fabric. Then it is used in medical purpose. Nowadays, the surgical bandages or wound dressing bandages are made out of your bamboo fiber, because this fiber is having excellent antibacterial activity. It is having breathable in nature. So these are all the essential property of a bandage. So that is the reason why it is used in medical textiles, medical as well as hygiene. Even to some extent, if you look at some of the China products, that is baby diapers. Baby diapers are made out of your bamboo fiber. That is not a disposable, that is a reusable bamboo baby diaper. You can browse it and you will come to know is a reusable baby diapers. It is made out of your bamboo fiber because it is having good antibacterial activity. Okay, so these are all some of the uses of your bamboo fiber.